Hey, welcome back. This video, we are still working on the Z, of course, and getting it ready for the car show. As you can see, we got the hood on it now, and quite a few other things going on with the car. This video, I'm going to put together all the clips that I got of working on the car. It's gonna kind of be all over the place with all of the things that I've been doing. But I hope you enjoy, and let's get to work on the Z. So if you've been following the channel for a while, I custom built these side skirts hanging out over there. Started out of cardboard, went to sheet metal, went and found somebody with a sheet metal brake and made those side skirts. So they haven't been on the car since I painted the car. We are basically at the point where we can get them installed. Now, one thing I did to these side skirts after painting them was I added some underbody coating to the bottom side of them. I'll show you that a bit more later. But what I need to do to these before I get them installed is I have some louvers that are going to be double-sided taped into that hole there. And then I also have some underglow that I'm going to be affixing to the bottom before I get them installed onto the car. So I'll have a separate video of the underglow installation, but as part of the side skirt install, I'm going to get those installed under there now, and then tackle the rest of the underglow at a different. So these are the louvers that I bought. They're just some generic eBay louvers that really fit any car. You just cut out a hole in your hood, wherever, fenders, and install these. So that's what I went with, and I cut these to fit these louvers. Now this one has a big hole in the side, and that's because, if you don't already know, a while back I did a wastegate side exit exhaust. So I've already done the work to kind of get this situated appropriately. So that'll be kind of cool, I guess. And there's nothing on this car that's only 3M taped on. There's really actually nothing that's using 3M tape to be supported to the car, but with these I can't figure out any other way, and I don't want to be drilling holes into these because I just don't think it'll look good to have holes around the perimeter. So I did buy some super strength molding tape, 3M, and it's pretty much the perfect width that I should be able to go along the perimeter of this and get it situated on the car. Thinking about this a little bit more, I better not install this to the side skirt before I put it on the car, because next thing I know, my wastegate tube is going to be hitting on the plastic or whatever. So I better install that when it's on the car. So I'm going to go ahead and install the underglow to the bottom of the side skirt. So here you can see that underbody coating. So before the car show, one thing I really want to get done is adding a black stripe onto the hood. where the raised cowl portion is. And so I bought some what was supposed to be kind of the best black vinyl out there, really glossy, and it's got a protective film on it. It's just the Vivid Premium series, and got some knifeless tape. So hopefully you guys are familiar with what knifeless tape is, but basically it's like tape with a fishing line in the center of it, and you lay this down on where you want the cutout to be. You lay your vinyl over all of your tape here, and then on the end you'll pull that fishing line up, and it's supposed to cut where you outlined it. So that's what we're going to do here. Hopefully it goes okay, and we're going to have a black stripe on the hood. Got the knifeless tape down. Here's what it looks like. Should be able to see that line in there, and you just outline where you want it to be cut. We did the best we could. It's not the most distinct body lines around here, so I just did my best. We had to turn the lights off and try and simulate some shadows to find that body line, but just doing the best we can. It looks pretty good, and we're going to go ahead and lay down the vinyl and see how it looks. Hopefully it goes pretty good. So I'm going to be ceramic coating the Z. I've got it totally clean. It's been paint corrected. Well, it's actually recently had a paint job, less than a year now, but I've already color sanded and buffed it, and so it's basically perfect paint to apply ceramic coating to. And we've got the Adams Graphene Advanced, and that's what we're going to be applying. I bought this kit. It comes with towels and some applicator pads, and also some ceramic boost that you add just to keep the ceramic coating good for longevity, and then also surface prep, which is really nice because this is what you'll use to give it one last wipe down before you apply the ceramic coating. And so that's the step we're on now, is we're going to go ahead and wipe the car fully, get any last fingerprints, any polish compound that was left on off of the car, and then we're going to start applying the ceramic coating. I'm not going to go and make an in-depth how-to guide. There's so many out there, and I am not a detail professional, so I don't want to give out bad information. But essentially, we'll be dipping this on an applicator pad and applying it to the car. We'll have to determine how long it takes to really cure and rainbow, but it should be around a minute or less. And then we'll wipe it off with this. This supposedly takes about 80% of it off, and then we'll use, I believe, this plush towel to take the rest of it off and to level it. So we're gonna start wiping it down with this. Well, the car is fully ceramic coated. Got everything coated. Bumper, lower valence, the black splitter down there, everything. Only things I didn't do yet was the glass. And that's just because I've got some more work to do on them. I want to give them a sanding, not sanding, but a buffing and a polish just to get out all the minor scratches. There's some deep scratches in the back glass that obviously aren't going to come out, but a lot of the swirl mark scratches, we can polish those out of the glass, and then I will ceramic coat the glass. Also did the hood. Right before I did the hood, I pulled the protective film off of the stripe, so it is, you know, hopefully we're not getting too many scratches in the black vinyl, because I know that can be a problem. Just looking at it puts scratches in that stuff sometimes. But overall, it only took about three and a half hours, and it went really smoothly. So, you know, most of the work is in the prep, so washing the car and then all the paint correction. But as far as the process goes of actually applying it to the car, about 3.5 hours. And we found that we didn't see much rainbowing effect, and we're not really sure if it's the lighting we have in here because we're not getting much natural light, or if it's just the red of the car. We couldn't really see the rainbow effect. Every once in a while we would get a glance of yellow. When we would look for the rainbow, sometimes we would see yellow, is what I'm trying to say. Really, it was really tough to tell. So for us, once we applied it, we set a 3.5 to 4 minute timer, and that was when we wiped it off. So, you know, it's definitely no hurry to get it on and wipe it off. Everything went smoothly, and that's how the process went. I've got so many projects going on, so I don't really know what video this part is going to go in, but I just finished wrapping up the underglow for the front, the wiring and the end fenders, and so I had to jack the car up and take the wheels off, and I was getting ready to put it back down, and I was wondering, is there anything else I should do while it's up when I got the wheels off? And I thought about putting the fender mirrors on, since it is ceramic coated now, and there's nothing stopping me from putting them on. So I'm gonna install the fender mirrors, something I've been really excited and waiting to do, because I did paint them black not too long ago. They were chrome, but to match the theme of the car, they are black now, and let's get them put on. Oh, got the hood on. The technique is kind of just walk up, put the hood in the latch in the back, and then just hold the hood up in the front so you can get the bolts on each side. You know, this is a 280Z, so it's got the fog lights right here. We had to take those out just so you could reach the bolts, but really that's about it to get it installed. And then, you know, we spent probably an hour just getting everything lined up, trying to get all the body lines decent. You know, this car, I've spent a lot of time working. A lot of things have been patched and worked on and moved around, so body lines are not perfect. So this is probably the worst looking one, I guess you could say. The hood's a little bit raised here, but I'm fine with it for now. I can spend more time later if I want. Spent a lot of time working this body line, so the gap between the hood and the cowl, we ended up getting that one pretty good. And then the body lines here look pretty good too. So really that's the only one that's kind of like, just don't look at it. But partially the reason for that is the strut brace that I have. It's so dang tall that I've had to shim this latch up some, so you can see that it's kind of raised. So I'm going to shim this cowl up to bring it up a little bit too, just so it all looks, you know, good. But I had to shim that up so the hood latch is a lot higher so that it clears the strut brace. So if you hear I can push down on the hood a little bit. So that's probably an 1/8 to a 1/4 gap between the top of the strut brace and the hood. But there is a gap at least. It's not touching at the moment. So we got the hood on, and wow, I'm just so happy with the way it's looking. I never, you know, there's just something about thinking about the way the car is going to look, designing in your head, picking the colors, striping it, and then there's just something different when you see it all put together, how it really looks, and it's a great feeling. So that's where we're going to end this video. Stay tuned for the next one, where we continue installing more and more pieces, getting the car more and more ready for the car show. So thanks a lot. See you later.